Okay, welcome back. We're in the test kitchen with the JR blenders. And today I'm just going to show you, or again, a real quick video. I'm just going to rattle off these videos to show you these JR commercial high performance blenders, to show the full range in action throughout several videos, just to show you now that they are among the top blenders on the market now. If you want to do a huge variety of things, smoothies, nut butters, purees, flours, all sorts, they're some of the top kitchen appliances around now. Again, today we're using the Titanium IQ Smart Power Blender, and we're just going to do a standard smoothie using many ingredients to show you the power of this machine and to show you how well it will blend up large chunks of fruits and vegetables into a smoothie. If you want a healthy living lifestyle, you want to put healthy foods into your diet each day, the Titanium IQ is certainly a blender you should look to go for. We've got lots of different presets on there. It's touchscreen functionality across the top, mixed with manual dials. I've done some other videos showing in action, showing how you can use a touchscreen, or you can use the manual dial if you want to do manual blending instead. Large 2-litre capacity, so you can do blending commercially, or for your family or whatever. If you want to do a family of smoothies in the morning, it's not a Nutri blender like a NutriBlend or so on. This is a high performance, high powered machine. So I'm just going to get on and start blending with this the smoothie. We've got large chunks of apple, carrot. We're doing a green smoothie, so apple, carrot, banana, celery, and a big handful of kale for the greens. Some detoxifying green smoothie. I'm just going to be using water with this one. You could use coconut milk, normal milk if you really want it, but coconut milk, almond milk and so on, that actually you can make in your blender at home if you wanted. So I'm just going to get on and do this. Okay, so just turn the machine on. It's got a 3-piece safety system in here. It's got a safety, these are really high powered machines, and it's a bit irresponsible some companies if they don't put some safety mechanisms on. The lid has to be fully engaged. It's got a padlock symbol on the side there of the lid. That goes into the corner with this metal piece here on the handle, and that presses down on a mechanism which triggers the machine. So basically it's fully safe. It won't work, the whole machine turns off if the jug isn't on. With the jug on, the machine lights up. I've got the lid in place. If the lid wasn't in place, none of this would light up. So if you're not getting your machine to work, you probably haven't put the lid on correctly. Get this lid pressed down with that padlock symbol in this corner. Then all this will light up, and you press and hold the lock symbol, and it all lights up. Now you can use the machine. So it's a really high-tech, advanced blender. It's got a lot of features, many features that other blenders don't have. It's got all these presets on. Now, if you're doing a smoothie like this, if you really wanted to, and you do this every day, you can just use the manual if you really want to. 20, 30 seconds, it's so high power, it's going to blitz through it. But it's got the presets on here as well. It's got a smoothie preset that actually just runs for 30 seconds. So for the sake of this video, we'll just use the smoothie preset there. For yourself, if you're doing larger or smaller capacity, 30 seconds might be too much. If you're only doing a small amount, it might not be enough if you're doing a large amount. It depends, remember, on the capacity that you're doing and the amount that you're doing. But 30 seconds is your average time for a smoothie. If you want it smoother, just run it again, or just do some manual blending. If you want it a bit thicker, not quite, a bit more textured, you can just stop the blend after 15, 20 seconds if you want a thicker, more textured drink. It's up to you. You don't have to stick with the preset, of course. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up the blender. I'm going to have a quick pause, load up the blender, and we'll do a blend. Okay, so after that pause, I've just loaded up the blender, the Titanium IQ, with them ingredients. They're in large chunks. Chop them down a little bit just to put them in, but they're in large chunks in there. I've hardly chopped them much. There's the 2-litre. The actual jug has a spacing there to allow for movement of water and so on. The actual max line is not at the top here. There's 2 litres there. It's a real big capacity jug on that one. So it's not like some of the Vitamix and so on that have the full filling to the top. This is 2 litre here. So the 2 litre capacity line is actually here. So there's your max capacity. So that's 2 litres worth of food and liquid in there. So that's full up to the maximum there. That's a lot of food in there. So we're just going to go for the smoothie function. This will actually, we'll notice that the blender actually pulses and slows down and speeds up on its own, which is fantastic technology, rather than the switches and dials of some of the other, shall I say, competitor models where you're switching and dialing and having to turn all the time. You can do manual if you want, but on the preset functions, this will speed up and slow down at the right times to keep the food moving in the jug. It's really advanced technology, so it's very good. So let's get on and do this blend. And and we are just going to start. Stop, nice little touch there. So the light was white, now it's flashing red on the dial on the front. Some nice touches to make it look good in your kitchen. So look, that's done that. That's you know, a lot of fruit and veg in with water. No need for a tamper tool there with that, and that's done the smoothie in 30 seconds. I haven't had to touch it. I've just been standing there filming it. So I'm just going to pause it again now. Pour this out and show you this nice smoothie. Okay, just poured that out. So I use water for this, so it's actually a little bit more of a thinner consistency because of the water. So, you know, some people want to do it like a juice, like a juicy sort of smoothie, but you could use milk, coconut milk and so on to make that thicker like an actual smoothie. It's a nice colour, well blended. And that's the JR Titanium IQ doing just a standard chunky fruit and veg morning detox green smoothie with absolute ease with the preset functions. Top blender, top range. We'll do more test videos to show you the range in the future. Check back. See ya.